my name is Tara Orlin. I'm a horse trainer from Norway. And today I'm going to show some exercises I do to connect with the horse from the ground. And this horse is a Perret, pura raza español. He's almost 6 years old, and he's here to learn to kind of be ridden again and relax and feel comfortable. He's very insecure, and yeah, just the smallest thing could spook him, and he just needs to build up some confidence and feel better and more safe. So we're just going to start. The first thing I'm going to do with him is teach him how to walk next to my shoulder and follow my energy. So if I move forward, I want him to be aware and pay attention. If I slow down my body language, I want him to pick it up and kind of just follow my flow and what I'm doing. So with this horse, he's quite insecure, so he's going to feel a lot safer when I'm walking next to him. If I'm launching him, he's more kind of independent. He's going to feel maybe a bit more insecure. So with this type of horse, I'm going to start walking next to him to build up his confidence and just make him feel a bit better and kind of walk around the arena. He already shit one time, so it means he's a bit nervous. There's kind of a windy weather, and yeah, he's just a little bit nervous, you know? He's only been here a little time, so he needs to learn. The first thing I'm going to do is kind of lead my hand forward to give him a sign that I want him to follow. And we're just going to start walk around. So I'm very aware of my body language and what I'm doing with my own body. And that is kind of key to communicate with horses on a kind of energy level. So you see here, I'm asking him to back up. It's very subtle. And he picked up my energy, that I slowed down and moved my energy backwards. So to make this work, you got to be super conscious about your own body language, your own movements. Here he's kind of starting a bit without me. I want him to wait. I'm sending up some energy in front of him. Good job. Taking my hand forward, kind of indicating I want him to move. So as long as I'm just keeping my both hands like this, I just want to walk in like a regular pace. So if I'm stretching my hand forward, I want him to speed up like this. And I want him to run next to me. And you also have to walk kind of fast so he can run. When I want to slow down, I'm just going to slow down my energy and walk super slow. And I want him to understand that I am in charge of how fast we're going to go. You know? He's going to have to follow my lead. Stretching my hand forward again. And I like to walk in circles because then I don't have to run. But it's also nice to run a little bit with the horse to make them accustomed to you running beside them. And slow down the energy. Oh, backwards. Good job. Bra. So I'm giving him treats to build up his confidence and give him a reassurance that he's doing a good job. It's going to make him feel better about himself, but it's important to give the treat in a good moment. So if he's being super nervous, even though he's doing the right thing, you might want to wait to kind of get him in a more relaxed state of mind, because you don't only want to reward the exercise, you also want to reward his state of mind. So if he's being super stressed, you don't kind of want to give him a treat for being stressed. But now I felt like he's trying to connect. He's a bit nervous, but it's his thing, you know. He needs to learn to be less nervous. But he's trying to connect with me. He's trying to follow my lead. He's paying attention. So it's a good moment to give him a treat. All right, we're going to continue. So because I'm making a movie today, I'm not gonna go all the way to the other side of the arena, because then we will be so far away. But usually when I do this, I'm doing this all over the arena to introduce all the space, because I'm gonna be riding him in here, and I don't want him to be scared of this place. He's walking a bit fast, so this thing is kind of new. He hasn't seen this before. I'm just gonna let him smell this thing. One thing that is super nice to do with horses to build their confidence is to let them smell stuff. So I like to take him outside, walk around, and if there's something he's scared of, then I'm trying to make him smell that object, because then he will feel better. Let's see what he's doing. He's putting his leg onto it, so it's kind of a confident move, you know? I'm gonna reward him for being confident. Good job. So another thing I like to do from this position is move the hind legs and the front legs. So the hind legs and the shoulder, basically. When I'm gonna move the hind legs, I'm gonna turn around, change my focus on the back legs, step over, move towards them. I'm gonna continue until he's kind of moving in a good way. Yeah, yes. You want the left leg to step in under the belly, like this, no? Yes, yes, yes. Good job. Bravo. All right. I'll give him a treat. Good job. Okay. He's doing that quite well, I would say. So we're going to continue, and this time I'm going to move the shoulder. So I'm going to start leaning in. I'm leaning my body. I'm looking at his face. And I'm starting to move my hands a little bit like this to build up some energy and make him move away and move his shoulder. So this is also kind of the start of a spin or a pirouette. But right now, in the beginning, I just want him to learn to move away from me when I'm walking towards him, so he will learn to respect my space. And it's really comfortable when I can just lean in and have him walk away. Good job. Good job. He's stepping quite well with his front leg. So in this exercise, I want, in this case, the left front leg, to move over the right leg. If he does that, you know that he has moved the shoulder in a good way. A lot of horses will kind of just turn their head and just move like this. This is not a shoulder movement, you know, it's just trying to get away from the pressure and not really doing the exercise quite well. So when you're practicing this, you have to try to keep some attention on the front legs. And you want to continue until the horse is kind of stepping over and moving in the correct way. So to make this into a spin, he's basically doing this exercise but quite fast. And he's putting more weight on the hind legs to spin around with the front. But to start this, you got to start slowly, teach him step by step how to move. With anything I do with horses, you got to do the same on both sides. So I like to kind of move backwards, asking him to come here. Good job. And then I'm just changing over to get him on my left hand, his right hand, my left. He's a bit slow here. So when I'm walking with him like this, I would like to have him just besides my shoulder. In this way, I can now watch him, so I'm not looking at him like this, but I'm looking at him with my side view. So when you're walking with the horse, you kind of want to show that you're confident, right? Horses like to be around calm, confident people. So if you're walking with the horse like this, you're giving him a lot more insecure, like an insecure vibe, like your body language would be more insecure. So I want to kind of show him that I am confident, I know what I'm doing, I'm leading the way. So I'm trying to look straight ahead, look where I'm going, and I'm only going to look at his face if I'm actually going to try to move his face or move him in some way. Move him away from me like this. Good job. Yes. But when we're walking, I want to have his focus towards where we are going. And I want to show that I'm confident. So you can see I'm walking quite straight. I'm being very relaxed. But even though I'm relaxed and calm, I'm being assertive if I need to be. And I'm trying to be quite clear. So it's very easy for him to read my body language. So that's why you have to be very aware of every movement you're doing with your body. If not, it could be kind of a messy body language, and it would be hard for the horse to actually read your body language. All right, so I want to step it up. I want to walk faster. I would like him to trot. If he's not trotting with this, I might add some sound. So he's a lot more insecure on the right side than the left. So this would be kind of his more insecure side. You see he's kind of hesitating a bit more. He's not really going very forward. He's being a bit more hesitant here. Good job. Slow down my energy. And I'm going to walk super slow. And we're going to walk fast again. So I would like in time to be able to do all of this when he's completely free. It's important that you keep a loose rope to the halter, because you don't want the horse to kind of follow the halter and the rope. You want the horse to follow your body, your energy. So you see, I'm only holding the rope with 2 fingers like this. I'm not really holding it even. It's just there because he needs to learn before he can do this in liberty. But if you're always walking with the horse like this, you're going to pull the horse without being aware of it, for first. And second, you're going to make the horse super reliant on this rope and this halter. If you keep a loose rope like this, and you teach the horse to follow your energy, and you never have a short rope, the horse is going to learn to follow your body and your energy. Bravo. He's standing quite relaxed and being patient, so I just want to reward. Good job. Bravo. All right. So I take my hand forward. We're starting to walk. I stretch more. Get him to run. I don't want the rope to get tight. So if he doesn't run, I'm going to actually use this to kind of wave to make him go faster. I never want this rope to be tight. Always want it to be completely loose and comfortable. Slowing down my energy. Good job. I'm going to turn around, step towards the hind legs. He kind of lost attention a bit. I'm going to use the rope a little bit. Yes. Stepping under, stepping under, stepping under. Very nice. Good job. Bravo. And now moving the shoulder, I'm kind of leaning in towards him. Good. Good. Pay attention to the right front leg. He needs to cross it over. A little bit more. Yes. A little bit more. Good. No. Needs to cross. He's kind of stepping back. No. Yes. Good. We're going to repeat this one more time. Good job. He stepped like this a few times, but he also stepped like this a few times. I want to make it really clear that he needs to cross his leg over like this. Get some energy first, going to the front, leaning in. See if he can move his right leg over. Yes. One more time. Good. One more time. Yeah. All right. Stop. Bra. Bra. You flink it. So it's nice to kind of have a sound that you make to tell him he's doing a good job. So I just like to say bra, which means well or good in Norwegian. But you can use any sound really. And it's also kind of the way I'm saying it in a really calm, relaxing way. Bra, so, bra. And I want him to feel good when I'm telling him this. Oh, he's kind of expecting something here. Yes? All right. So I'm going to start launching him. It will be the second exercise. And I'm going to show how I'm launching the horse. So when I start with the new horse, I would like to kind of introduce the arena. So I would like to move him around this place. When he's kind of going faster and kind of catching up to me, I can just stop and keep guiding him around. I'm being very clear with my body language. I'm keeping my right hand to this side so he can follow my right hand. So I want him to move forward as long as my right hand is kind of pointing that way. So if I stop or if I move, I don't want him to stop. I just want him to continue and follow the lead of my right arm. Good job. It's nice to be able to kind of control the walk and the trot and the canter. This horse hasn't started canter. I haven't started practicing canter with him yet because he's still kind of unsure. I want to build up his confidence a bit more because he's kind of hesitant to go forward a bit. But this week he's going to start. When I want him to trot, I'm making my cue for trot. And it's the same here. I'm only kind of holding the rope like over my finger like this. And I want to teach him not to pull on the rope. If you have a horse that's constantly pulling on the rope, it's nice for you to practice standing still inside and not move when the horse is moving. So if the horse is trying to drag you out of the circle, you just stay put. And the horse will soon learn that he cannot move you around. So in the horse world, it's quite simple. If you're watching a pack of wild horses, you can easily see which one is the leader because the leader can move the other horses. And the horses that are not the leaders will not be able to move the leaders. Slow down my energy. Good job. Bra. Inviting him to come in. Bra. Flinke. Bra. So my point really is that he needs to learn that I can move him, but he cannot move me. So that's important, you know? You don't want a horse dragging you, pushing you, or anything like that. And you want the communication to be super light and easy and comfortable for both of us. So you just got to be clear. Don't let the horse move you, but you can move the horse. But also, of course, you don't want to be an asshole about it. So you want the horse to have respect for you, but you need to have respect for the horse as well. Don't make the horse do a lot of stuff that is uncomfortable. You know, show some respect for the animal as well. And if you do so, the horse will gladly do anything you ask. You know, if you do it in a nice way and become friends, and you build up a good relationship. All right, we'll do the other way. As you can see, he's going quite slowly and chill around. So he's already built up some confidence with this exercise. The first day he would run around quite fast and then stop and be insecure about moving, and then he would move and run very fast. It was kind of, you could just feel him being very insecure about pretty much everything. So now he's getting a little bit better. He's feeling a bit better about himself and being here and being with me. So he's getting kind of a nicer flow. But you can see he's kind of stopping a bit. It's just him being a little bit insecure. Good. I would like to just keep the rope like this in my hand, like not even holding the rope, just kind of let it rest in my hand. But if he's pulling, I'm going to close my hand like this, so he can't pull. Good. So it's quite boring for the horse. You know, a lot of people lunge and they're just standing in the middle and letting the horse run around and around and around and around. Try to keep it a bit more interesting. You know, maybe move around a little bit, ask him for different exercises. And move around the arena, make it a bit more interesting. Bra. Zo. Flinkert. Ja. Bra. All right. When I feel he's doing quite a good job, I will stop and reward him. I don't want to continue this exercise for a very long time, you know, because it's going to be boring for the horse. And as long as the horse is doing well, you don't need to continue and continue and continue. This is just to build up some connection and understanding and teaching each other kind of to read and talk. I want him to know that we can talk together. And when I'm going to start riding him and doing stuff with him, we need to kind of communicate. So this is just the first few steps in teaching him this. Oh, he's kind of moving a little bit. So he was kind of facing me like this way, but now he's turned. So I would like for him to move back to the position where he was. Asking him to move his hind a little bit there. Yes. Now I'm going to see if he can just stand still and allow me to kind of walk around him and pet him all over his body. Oh. So each time you're touching the horse, you want to do it in a very comfortable, relaxing way. You know, I'm not petting him like this. That's not nice. Like I'm stroking him like this. If he's moving, you just kind of follow him. I also like to see if I can stand completely behind him and see if I can move my hand a little bit. So this is very related to riding, because then he will see me from behind. And you can see he's not too insecure about this because he's kind of resting his leg. He's putting his head down. He's not super focused on what I'm doing. So this is like, this tells me that he's not too bad with this. He's quite comfortable with me being back here, you know? I'm going to see if I can lift his legs. I'll start with the front, tap it a bit. I want him to lift his leg by himself. I don't want to pull the leg up. Bra. So blink it. And the same with the back leg, tapping it a bit. Let him give me the leg. Very good. He's got quite nice feet. Bra. Then I'm going to give him some treats. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. So when I'm walking around him now, I'm going to try to make him understand that I don't want him to move and I don't want him to follow. Just want him to stay. Bra. So bra. And I'm being very relaxed, you know. Just want him to be comfortable and just chill. Bra. Doing the same on this side, I'll start with the front leg. Tap it a little bit. Good job. Well, it's just the wind. I'll shake the rope a little bit to make him back up. Bra. So, no. He's moving. I'm going to shake the rope. Make him move back. It's just some wind. So. So the gate, I don't have a gate for my arena because it's completely new. And the wind is kind of coming in. And just the wind, you can see, is making him a little bit insecure, a bit more nervous. So just going to give him some time. I'm going to move him back. Yep, you got to move. Yes, bra, bra, so. Bra. And we'll start again. Så, ja. Bra. No, this was not that good. He's kind of a bit impatient with this. Bedre. He's being a bit awkward. Bra. Okay, good job. So with the wind coming, I can feel he's getting a lot more tense. So, yes. So I'm a very sensitive person, and with that I don't mean that I don't have thick skin or anything. It's just that I really pick up on energies very easily. So I can really feel him reacting to this wind coming. Maybe some rain also. So what I'm trying to do is just relax my own energy and be super relaxed and just let him move around. So when the horse is being getting a bit more stressed, it's nice to let them move, because standing still will be a lot more difficult for them if they are nervous. So we're just gonna let him move a little bit and see if he's kind of getting less tense. So he started to trot without me really asking him. It's fine, I'm just gonna see if he will stop. So the reason he started to trot is just because he's getting nervous because of the weather, the wind, everything is affecting him. Bra. Go to the other side. So since we're back to moving a little bit, I'm going to teach him how to launch in a figure of 8. And it's quite easy, actually. It can just take some time to teach the horse, depending on the horse. They have to be a bit focused and pay attention to actually do this exercise. Okay. So when he's coming a bit down this way, I'm going to back up and see if he can follow me. He's kind of running, so I'm going to block him a bit. I would like him to change hand over this way. Good job. All right. He's a bit close, so I'm going to see if I can have him a bit in a bigger circle, because then it will be a little bit easier for me. I will need him to go a bit more. Yes. When he's coming down this way, I'm going to back up, change hand on my rope, and make him go the other way. So to make this super easy for the horse, it's nice if you're just standing still in the middle, because then when you're actually backing up and moving, it will be easy for the horse to pay attention to that. Having some rain. It's okay, it's just the weather. We're okay, buddy. It's a bit close again on this side. I think it's because he doesn't want to go too close to the wall. I'm going to see if I can kind of send my energy out, make him go out a little bit more. Backing up, no. Shaking the rope if he kind of just tries to trot past me and not follow me. Good job. Here we go, I'm backing up. See if he, yes, bra. Flinket. Backing up this way. So I did not ask him to trot. This is his own doing. But I'm not going to stop him. I'm just going to let him run his anxiety out. Moving backwards. Up. There. So. He did quite well. I'm going to stop and give him a treat. Good job. So, in a walk, it's quite easy, actually, to teach the horse this. But in a trot, it can be a bit more challenging. So, we're going to see if he's actually able to maintain enough focus to do this exercise in a trot. Once he's finished eating and relaxing a bit. Oh. All right, he's kind of moving a little bit. So I'm going to see if I can back him up. It was like he was reading my mind. Kind of started to back up before I actually... Yes, good job. Bra. So... All right, we're going to do it again. Leading this way. Good job. And I'm going to try as much as possible, standing still here. And just to get a little bit flow, I'm going to make him run one circle, and then I'm going to start this exercise. So I'm moving backwards. Good. Having him over on the right hand, and have him go one circle on this side. Standing still, just leading him around. Moving backwards. Good. Bra. Moving backwards. Bra. I would like for him to just keep the trot, but you know, he's a beginner, so it's okay. He doesn't have to be perfect. Just want him to kind of understand. Ah, bra, flink it. Oh, okay. Yes. Ja, bra. He came quite close to me right now, so if he came in a quite of a pushy way, I would back him up. But he came into me quite humbly. And, you know, he's not a pushy horse at all. He's more the insecure type. Bra. Oh, flink it. All right. Okay. So I'm going to do an exercise that I call the yo-yo exercise. I'm going to ask him to back away and then follow, and back away and follow. So I like to be able to just shake the rope a little bit to make the horse back up. Good. Bra. And then I'm letting him come to me. Oh. Bra. And making him back up again. Bra. Oh, kom. Oh, stop. Oh. Bra jobba. Flink it. When you teach the horse this, some horses will not be this sensitive, and you may have to shake the rope a little bit more to kind of get a response from the horse. But what you can actually do is just, you can shake the rope a little bit more, but instead of shaking the rope super hard, you can actually start to kind of add this instead, and wave a little bit, and shake this a bit, because then you will not have to shake the rope so hard. Some horses are, you know, stubborn, and it's going to be hard to make them move. But not this guy. He's very nice. Okay. Now I'm going to see if he can bend his head left and right. You have to wait for me, buddy. So now he's moving a little bit. I'm just going to pet him until he's standing still. I'm not going to ask him to do anything. He's being a bit impatient here. He's not waiting for my cue. He's just kind of doing the exercise by himself. He knows what's coming. He's kind of a mind reader, you know? Look, he's doing it completely alone. Yeah? Bra? No? Good. Yes. But I would like for him to do it because I'm actually pulling the rope. So I want him to just stand still and just bend his neck and his head towards me. Bra. The second he's doing it, I'm releasing the rope. So he's doing it quite well, but he's still moving, you know? I just want him to stand still. He's being a little excited about this. It actually took some time for him to learn this, so I think he's a bit proud that he's actually doing it correctly. One thing that will typically happen when you're teaching this to the horse for the first time is that the horse is going to move around and around and around. So your job is just to keep holding the head bent. And the smart thing would be to actually take your hand, bend the head, and put your hand close to the horse like this. So you're not holding the rope out like this, because then it will be like pressure, release, pressure, release. You want to kind of keep the pressure on the rope until the horse is actually standing still and turning the head. And you don't want to feel any tension on the rope anymore. So in this moment, you would let go. So for the first time, it's a shame I already taught him this, so I can't really show the process, but stand between the front and the back legs, and I have my right hand over his back, so if he's moving, I can easily kind of move with him. And then I'm going to bend his head like this, and I'm going to wait for him to stand still. In this moment, I release. He's still moving, so I'm not going to give him a treat. Yeah, I kind of blocked him a little bit there. We'll do it again. Bra. That's better. So, this is exercise you would not want to you don't want to start with this if you got a fresh horse. It's better if you let them move around a little bit, do some other stuff first, and then you can go back to doing this when they're a bit more calm. Once the horse is more trained and they really know how to do this, you can use this as an emergency stop when you're riding, if the horse is panicking or anything. But in the beginning, it's nice to wait a little bit, do some other stuff first, and then you can go on teaching the horse this. Bra. So flink. So the reason for that is that it's a bit scary maybe for the horse to kind of let go of their body like this. They have to bend the neck, so they will kind of lose their sight on the side they're turning their head away from. So their blind spot is going to be a bit bigger. And also they're kind of locked in this position. So it can be a bit scary for a horse to actually do this. That's why it's nice to do some other stuff first. And when a horse is feeling a little bit better, a little bit more relaxed, you can go ahead and start doing this. So I've turned the head towards me. Now I'm going to try to turn the head away from me, like this. I'm just leaning over. And also if he starts to move, I'm going to just move with him. Continue to try bending his head. Capra. And only let go when he's bending his head. No, no. No. He's going to do it again because he started to back up. I don't want him to back up. Yeah, bra. Yeah, bra. That's just the sound of my... No. The sound of my jacket was kind of enough for him to be... I'm just going to stroke my jacket a bit. It's okay. No. Stop. Turn his head again. Bra. And now I want him to wait. No. Good. All right, so after I've bent the head to this side, I'm just going to put the rope behind him. He knows. He knows. Checking out this again. That's good. Bra. We're gonna go a bit closer. All right. Bra. And we're gonna do the same on the other side. So, you know, you want to build trust. I want him to be comfortable with me being close to him and me telling him stuff to do. I want him to think that whatever I'm asking him to do, it's going to be okay. He's going to feel good. It's nothing bad. And we're going to turn to the right. Oh, it's the insecure side. He's a lot more nervous on this side. Like here, he's moving. This is good because now I can kind of show, okay, he stopped. But he stopped, but he's kind of there. He stopped, but he kept pressure on the rope. So he needs to stand still and kind of turn the head enough so the rope will be completely loose and there's no pressure. So we're gonna do it again. He's kind of a little bit more impatient today, I feel. It's Monday, so he's kind of had the weekend off, but still I think he's being a little bit more impatient. Yes. Let's see. Waiting for him. He's standing still. There, he'll let go. Stop. Stop. So he's moving afterwards because he wants to get the treat, but I don't want him to move. So I'm just going to wait for him to stand still. I want to see what happens if I reach my pocket. Bra. And the treat will come to him. Good. All right. Then we're going to take the rope. Make him feel safe with stuff around his ass, around his legs. Let's see what he's doing now. Ah, bra. Nice. Yeah, bra. Hoi. Rock. Okay, it's getting quite good. I'm going to do 2 more exercises. So I like to change between standing still exercises and moving around exercises because it's going to be hard for him to stand still for a very long time at the same time. So I like to kind of switch it up. In this way, it's going to be easier for him to actually stand still when I'm asking him to stand still. So I'm going to ask him to move a little bit. And I'm going to work on changing sides or changing lead with moving the hind legs. So I'm just going to ask him to walk around. Now he's being quite relaxed and nice. I feel like I really have to kind of drive him to move. There. I would like for him to move just because my hand is leading him this way. You know, as long as my hand is leading, I would like for him to walk. I don't want to have to wave the rope to make him move. But now I feel if I'm not waving, he's just going to stop. There we go. Bra. All right, so I'm going to change my focus and walk towards the hind. Good job. When he's turning, I'm just going to give him a little break, just to let him know that's good. And then I'm changing my hand, have him move to the right. Good. So when I'm lunging like this, my focus is mostly at his withers. Maybe a little bit on the shoulder or on the mane, on the back, but it's not going to be on the ass, it's not going to be on the face. So I'm using my eyes as a cue. So when I'm changing and looking at the hind legs, I want that to be enough for him to move away because I want him to feel the pressure. So just looking at something is actually pressure, you know? Sometimes you can just feel that somebody is staring at you. You can feel the pressure because they're staring at you. So just looking at something is pressure, you know? You don't always have to do more. So if you want the horse to kind of respond to your energy and just your vibe and your eyesight, you have to use it consciously to make it work, you know? So I'm leading him to the left. And I'm looking at his withers. You know, kind of at the center of his body is kind of where I like to keep my eyes when I'm launching. Then I'm changing. I'm looking at his hind. If he's not moving, I'm going to step towards his hind as well until he moves away. Good job. He's doing this quite well in a walk, you know. I feel like he's paying quite good attention to me. He's following me. He's following my energy. So now I'm going to kind of step it up and see if he can do the same in a trot. Yes. All right. We'll go to the right. This way. Oh, being a bit lazy there. Good. Changing, looking at the ass, stepping towards the ass. Good job. The more he pays attention to me, the faster he's going to move the hind and the less I have to do. When he's getting really, really good at this, I don't even need to move towards his hind. He's going to feel my view, you know, my eyesight. We're going to do to the other side, this side. Now I'm going to see if he pays attention. Changing. Stepping towards. Oh, he's a bit slow. I had to actually take a few steps there. Yep. And, you know, this is quite a cool exercise. Once he gets more confident, you can kind of step up the energy level. Now I'm doing everything super relaxed, right? Because I want him to feel more relaxed. But once he is feeling relaxed, you can make him move faster and do this more in a more athletic way. But now all the things we're focusing on is just chill, relax, you're okay. Okay. I'm starting to kind of do a little bit desensitization. What do you say in English for that? Desensitize him, I guess. So I'm just going to start shaking the rope a little bit. And I don't want him to move at all. You know, this has got nothing to do with him. I'm not even looking at him. I'm just looking in the ground. I'm standing very relaxed. And I'm not kind of showing with my body language that I want him to move. You know? I'm going to see if I can kind of move towards him a bit. He's still standing still, you know? He didn't move, so that's good. Wow. Then I'm going to look at him and give him the treat. Because I want him to understand that he did a good job just standing there, not caring about this. This got nothing to do with him. I just want him to be able to read my body language and understand when I'm talking to him, when I'm not talking to him. You know, it's just going to make our relationship stronger. And he's going to feel more confident that he can read and understand my body language. I'm shaking the rope quite in a chill way, you know. But as he becomes more confident and feeling better, you can kind of shake the rope more with more energy. And you can also start throwing the rope over him, around him, and he's just going to feel okay with this. So I'm getting a bit closer, and now you can see he's backing away. He's not too sure about this. So the thing you have to do here is just kind of continue until he's doing a better job standing still. So I want, before I'm starting to throw the rope over him, I want him to be a little bit more confident with this. And I want to be able to shake the rope a little bit more by his side without him being unsure. You can see when he's trying to kind of turn to block me a bit, he doesn't want me to do this here in his space. That's better. Oh, bra. That's a lot better. Ja, bra. Flinke it. All right. So, we'll do again on the other side. Stå. Stå. Shaking the rope. And, you know, my energy is very chill, very relaxed. I'm focusing on the ground. And I'm going to shake and kind of put it a bit more up here. See how he feels about that. And I'm not looking at him when I'm doing this. So if I can wave it over his back. Yeah, bra. Not bad. And slowly we're going to build this up with a lot more energy. See how he feels about this side. Bra. And about me kind of shaking it like a helicopter on top of him. Bra, så flink. You can tell by his body language that he's very focused on this. You know, both his ears are a bit back. He's really listening to what I'm doing. I would like for him to be a bit less caring about this, like just standing a bit more relaxed, not super focused like this. So to read a horse, the ears are a really good way to kind of get an idea about what they're thinking about. So you can see now he's got to focus a bit more this way. And yes, he's a bit more relaxed. Now you can tell the ear at the left is a little bit to the left. It's kind of changing to the back and to the left. He's listening all around. But when I was going back here, waving the rope over here, both his ears were really pointed back at me, really listening to me. But it's not too bad. Good. Good job. All right, so I would like to end the session with kneeling down and see if he can just stand with his head and completely relaxed. Completely relax. So when I'm doing this, I don't want to hold his head down. I want him to keep his head down by himself, but if he's taking the head up or taking the head towards me, I'm just going to kind of guide him back down. And see if he can just stand and relax. So when the horses have their head down, it's a way for them to relax and breathe out. Hej Luna. Hej Rebel. Hello. Hello. Oh. And I would like him to go back. It's just the dogs. They're okay. Come on, buddy. Yeah. So horses that are super stressed, they're going to take their head up. You can see now he's a bit nervous because of the dogs. So it's more difficult for him, you see, head up, you know, stressed. The dogs are running around, jumping. Now his head is a lot higher, you know. He's on the guard, watching, keeping an eye on everything. I would like for him to do the opposite and just chill, and just hang, you know, and breathe. Breathe out, relax. So, no. And I want to wait for him to start licking and chewing, because then I know he will kind of process a bit better. So I'm just going to wait for him to actually start lick and chew. He's kind of trying, but it's a little bit hard for him to just kind of let go. There, good. Yep. That's nice. All right. And for now, I'm just going to do this one time, but eventually I can make him stand with his head down a bit longer and feel more comfortable. Yep. But for now, I'm fine with him just trying to do the exercise, trying to relax a little bit. And in time, he can feel better and better and more confident. Yes. And that's it for today. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.